Class, my name is Abdurrahman Taj, and today we'll be talking about alcohol and aviation. So our main points today are gonna be alcohol imbalance and making judgments, alcohol and reaction time, alcohol and senses, alcohol and fatigue. So let's start with alcohol imbalance. So every time someone consumes alcohol, lesions start forming in the brain, and of course these lesions can be temporary and can be permanent. It's temporary if someone who uses alcohol casually, not a lot, is not a heavy drinker. These are temporary, but permanent one come with the heavy drinking. So these lesions start eating the brain, start affecting in a lot of ways. But today we're gonna focus on the effect on the cerebellum. So the cerebellum is on the back of the brain, the lower part of the brain, which is the lowest part, as you guys can see in the right picture, and it's connected to the sensory system, spinal cord, and other parts of the brain, and it regulates motor movements, and it helps with the posture and balance. So, according to a website called Helpline, any damage to the cerebellum will affect your balance. Of course, lesions are considered damage too. So, um, as a pilot, we know that our vision helps a lot with our balance. Actually, a big percentage of it comes from vision. So, every time we blink in the cockpit, which is at least 15 times a minute, we lose our balance. So, that's a really great recipe for a disaster. So, in these slides, you can see on the right the long term effects. On the right side is normal cerebellum. On the left side is the cerebellum after being attacked by lesions. Alright, let's talk about alcohol and judgments. So the next three main points are all connected. So after 30 minutes of consuming alcohol, GABA levels in the brain become high. GABA is a chemical compound that make the brain relax and lower the level of stress. So prefrontal cortex is the part of the brain that control judgment and complex thoughts. Of course, the brain talk with the other side. The right brain talk to the left side, and the left side talk to the right side. When alcohol is consumed, the signals between the parts of the brain are different. That's why you see people who are drunk after consuming alcohol. They walk weird, they act weird because the signals are not going through at the right time. Alright, so as you guys can see in this picture, the prefrontal cortex is on the right, the blue part, and it regulates behavior, thoughts, and emotions. Let's talk about alcohol and reaction time. So, as we said before, GABA levels, when GABA levels are high in the brain, the stress levels are low, and the signals from the brain get slower. Of course, as a pilot, we need a healthy dose of stress to be alert for any kind of situation in the cockpit. A lot of stress means there's a problem. No stress, that means there's definitely going to be a problem. Okay. And so alcohol will affect the center of the brain, which is connected to the nervous system. So the signals does not come from the body as fast as it should to the brain, and that will make the reaction time and processing the information from the body real slow and almost impossible to make hard if not impossible to make split second decisions. And that leads us to our next point, which is alcohol and senses. So like we said before, alcohol make the signals to the brain slow and harder to process. The central nervous system is also affected by alcohol, which makes signals from and to the brain is slower. This affects our senses and most importantly our eyes. So as a pilot, we know that our vision is very important. Even flying VFR, IFR, it doesn't really matter, and that include the maintenance students too. When we consume alcohol, our eyes muscles start to weaken, and the iris doesn't dilate as fast. This makes the change from focusing on an object that's far away to something that's close really hard, because ours is not as flexible as it should be, and it also make our vision and light changes takes a really long time just to get used to different changes in light. So let's talk about alcohol. As you can see in this picture, that's the nervous system, how it connects to the eyes, another part of the body, and you can see in the back the cerebellum and the center of the brain. Okay, let's talk about alcohol and fatigue. So a lot of pilots think that it's a good idea to drink alcohol before they go to bed, thinking that the side effects of alcohol will go away in the morning, which is kind of true in to some point. But here's the thing: when someone drink before bed, the GPA level, like we said before, get high in the brain. But with sleeping, the GABA levels stay high for around 20 minutes, then start dropping, and epinephrine start to get high in the brain. Epinephrine is the chemical compound that is responsible for stress levels. The higher it is, the more stress you got. So when you go to sleep and you have high level of that compound, you're gonna have nightmares, sweats. You're gonna move a lot. You will. It's almost impossible to get restful sleep. So, with drinking alcohol and sleeping, this causes breathing problems. The thing is, alcohol relaxes the muscles in the throat, and that can lead to trouble breathing while sleeping and insomnia. These are my resources, and please ask me if you have any questions. Thank you.